Hey guys, today's topic for financial consciousness is going to be to be financially conscious, is going to be for being consistent with your returns. It's easy to fall into the trap of not being able to not look at the accounts or look at your account and go, oh, I'm down X amount or I'm up a certain percentage. Yes, if you're up a percentage and you're comfortable with it or there's something you need the money for, absolutely go ahead and use it. Take your gains. You got to look at different things for taxes and things, which isn't too difficult to do. Talk to any financial advisor or go online and look it up. It's pretty easy to figure out some of the tax stuff. I have a couple of videos here as well. But being consistent with your investment strategy, that's a huge deal when it comes to investing. Can't tell you in the past how many mistakes I used to make when I was younger, when I would think, oh, I'm down 10% in this, even though I totally believed in it. I'd be down 10% and I would sell it. And then all of a sudden it went up 30% over the next 6 months or the next year or the next year and a half, whatever it is. Stick to a strategy. You diversify yourself. You put yourself in areas that you believe are going to succeed. Maybe do a little research on different websites. Don't just use one source. I don't ever recommend that. That's never a good idea for anyone. It's almost like if you're watching the news or something, you're watching one channel and that's it, that you're not going to get everything from that. Use multiple sources, use multiple avenues to get these different perspectives on where the markets are and what you can do to help yourself, because the consistency, what comes from that is, one, it helps you in your life because it'll help you to be more patient with things. You're just naturally thinking, okay, well, before maybe you're looking at your phone all the time, but some things just naturally start to happen when you're not paying attention to your account all the time when you start to invest. It actually is a pretty cool feeling because maybe you go from looking at your phone, I don't know, every 5 minutes or every 7 or every 10 minutes to, all right, well, I'm able to do this with my portfolio where I'm losing or making money. Why can't I just start doing this with my phone? Or why can't I be patient in life or things like that? It actually really helps overall. But a big key for this is when you panic in the markets, this is something we will all preach to you. Well, I shouldn't say we all, because it's any advisor you speak with would say the same usually. It is your gut feeling on things. If you feel like you've lost enough and you just can't take it, I understand that. It is your goal, your money, what you're setting it aside for in the end. But in general, when you're looking at investments, retirement, you are not going, let's just say for me, this is how I thought about it one day and it just hit home. When I was 31 years old, I was like, what am I doing? Why I'm telling other people to do this and I'm not doing it. I'm trying to buy and sell and nobody knows what's going to happen. So what I thought was, and I think the date was September 9th or 10th, whatever it was. I was like, September 9th of 2018 is not the reason that Josh Jovanovic is not going to be able to retire. It's not one day is going to be the end of the world. So there's going to be times with ups and downs when you stick with your portfolio and you stick with the funds you think are going to do well, or maybe you have done your research and you really have but you have to have a belief in them because the belief is the big part. But when you stick with them and you think about, hey, this is a long-term play for me. Am I going to be able to retire? Again, going back to that same mantra that I said, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to retire when I'm 60 years old because of one day in 2018. I highly doubt it. Also, when you look historically at the markets over the long term, you will notice that the people that buy and hold are the ones that tend to do best. Yes, there's random scenarios. If you're a great day trader, I'm not telling you don't do it because it's your money in the end. But in general, for everyone, buy and hold, buy cheaper funds that are easy to navigate, to know what's in them. Keep your own money in your own pocket because you paying 0.05% to own your own fund that does basically the same thing as you paying 1%. Imagine saving 0.95% over the next 25 years. That's a huge amount of money for you in your pocket. So be consistent, do your research, buy and hold strategies tend to do the best. I hope you guys found this tip helpful. It's something that I know for a fact will work for you. Any comments that you put in the section there, I'll try and respond to as many as I can, but be aware for the next video that's coming out. We'll go into a little bit more of how to set aside some more emergency funds and risk versus returns.